Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Black Nutrition for Your Soul. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're listening on any other platform, just go ahead and share it and tell somebody about what's going on over here at Black Nutrition. I wasn't going to do a show today. I had it set in stone. Like I was just going to just relax, but it was on my mind just to talk about something. Not let this day pass without doing a podcast episode if it's just a short episode. I think persistence gives results. And I want to keep this thing going. I want to make sure it turns into something special. I want to do radio. I want to get back into radio. So I want to keep this thing going. And so I took a nap after I ate, took a nap and said, let me just get on here and just talk about whatever just comes to heart. You never know. So as you guys know, the last couple of episodes, I've done some interviews. One with Chavez Mitchell, with my mom, Dr. Veronica Walters, and Amina Bilal, who was in real estate. And you got a little bit about me through each interview. 3 out of the 4 knew me personally, but Chavez got to know me through the process of the interview. If you watched them, you found out a lot about me, through my young years as I got older. How I was, with my mom. Some of my friends said that you were bad. I wasn't bad. It's just my mom allowed me to experience life, and I didn't realize that at a younger age. When I was younger, because when I was doing it, I thought my mom was strict when I was doing these things. But who else's mom allows them to get in the car and drive around the cul-de-sac, or back the car in and out, or allows you to, the freedom in the house to explore and experiment with things. Even though I did play with fire and I almost burned down the house, but there was an experience that I was trying to learn more about fire and how fire became. And every time I try to explain to my friends, they're like, no, you were bad as hell. So, but you got something from each episode, from Dr. Walters, who knew me, in my college days, because she was my speech teacher, oratorical professor. So I was introduced by her through Joseph Ritchie, who was actually Lionel Richie's first cousin. So I was introduced to Lionel Richie that way as well. So I was able to produce Dr. Veronica Walters' show because I had a little, steam with already knowing a couple of people already. So I produced her show, WMDB 880 WMDB. It was a AM station. I was so blessed to get the opportunity because radio was it became such a big deal for me, especially at that time when I was in college. Working for Clear Channel, working for the Visions production studio, which was Dr. Bobby Jones, as his assistant intern and assistant audio engineer. So those things brought experience. When I moved to New York, those things kind of faded as, Dr. Walters pointed out. I used to be so vibrant and had energy, and I used to go because I knew I wanted to be something. I knew I wanted to have some type of success in life, but I didn't know where that was going to come from. But I knew I would be successful. Didn't know when or how that would, play out. Working for Clear Channel, being the, excuse me. Pandemic, working for Clear Channel, being the sports audio engineer, working, on the boards. I think it started at 6, it was open like 12 midnight. Um, and those are all experiences that, I enjoy. I mean, when I moved to New York City, I didn't get those same experiences. I was applying for those jobs, WBLS, WFAN, all the radio stations, just as an intern or volunteering. I tried all those things. Those things didn't work out. But I think, that saying time heals, or you figure out more about you through time. I'm a very, very, very big um, person on letting time just pass. Don't rush it. Wasn't until Corona where I realized that I think I wanted to get back into it. Just didn't know time had passed. I didn't know where to start. Honestly, didn't know where to start with the podcast. It's not, everything is so different than, 6 years ago when I was doing a podcast. Nobody dances here. Everything has changed 7, 8 years ago, 9 years ago from when I was doing a radio show. So nothing is the same. You got a lot of online, a lot of convergence media with, radio and TV. So now we have the podcast where now you can see people. So I'm just trying to get used to that. Now I'm just applying to stuff, volunteer for radio stations, whatever I can fit in, just to get my foot in the door. It's very important for you to do what you want to do. It's very important for you to find what motivates you and do those things. When you start doing things for other people, you no longer are happy. When you start satisfying other individuals, you're no longer happy. And I was doing that for a long time when I moved to New York City, trying to satisfy individuals, doing what they want to do, because I didn't know much about the city, didn't know anything, didn't know how to make the moves. Fake friends came in and out, but it wasn't until, people like Amina, when I moved to New York City, I could call names, there's Courtney, there's Keisha, Tracy, these are all females, because I think females are more nurturing than men, where they allow me to live my truth and figure out what's best for me, and no judgments, And so this is where it all comes, full circle right now, where I'm just feeling this vibe, this thing where I want to pick back up. Like I feel like I have unfinished business that I need to finish. So if anybody knows a radio station that's hiring or any volunteers or whatever, be, plug my name, because I'm trying to get in where I fit in. I love producing. I love writing content. So that's just what I'm about. So yeah, I wanted to get on here just to talk, just to clear up some things specifically about the people that I interviewed. My mom was amazing. She was funny. People loved her. Dr. Walters was amazing. I want to do more interviews. So if you guys know people just like to talk and have fun and be a part of just great energy, tell them about the show. Let them know that, we're just over here just having fun, just talking, just having small conversations, nothing to be afraid of. I love just talking to people, learning about people, getting to know them. So I would love to do more interviews. So if you know anyone who would like to be a part of the podcast, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, just to talk, have fun, they have a business that they want to promote, tell them about me. This is just what I do. I sit here and I talk, and I love doing it. Like I said, I didn't have much to say. I wasn't even going to get on here, but I thought it was important for me just to do something. Persistent consistency gives results. And I want somebody to see me and say, okay, this boy is pretty good. You know, he could go somewhere. He could do talk radio, because that's my goal, to do talk radio. And maybe they see things that I need to fix or hone in. And so that's why I did this. And I think with anyone, you know, if you have a dream for yourself, if you have a goal for yourself, don't give up. You know, you can let time pass. You can let time do its thing, but there's going to be something always pulling you back. I remember just going through my old emails and seeing old scripts and old 3-minute audio reels, going on my old YouTube page back in the day and seeing an old audio reel that I sent to a couple of stations that I thought I wanted to work for. So it's just stuff like that always brings you back and brought me back around. So I hope that this little, 10-minute, 12-minute podcast will inspire you not to give up and go for your dreams, because I've been working hard, didn't even realize how hard I've been working to come to this point of believing in myself and having the confidence just to sit here, just have a conversation with you through a camera. And that's growth. That's maturity. And you'll hear, once if you go back and look at my old videos, my past videos, you'll hear, Mina and Dr. Walters and my mom talk about growth and maturity that they've seen me. And that's life. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to take time. Every 6 months I evaluate myself. I evaluate where I was prior, and then at the end of the 6 months, and I want to get better. I'm not a perfect person. I don't do anything or perfect. Every day is not a perfect day, but it's never a bad day, and I'm always just trying to get better. If I can just leave you with anything, every day is not a perfect day, but it's not a bad day. And if you believe in something so much, if you believe in what you think is right and you believe it's perfect for you, go ahead. Like me, I'm going to run with this. I'm going to try to do my best and give all that I can with this podcast, with this, and be an example for everyone who has a dream and wants to get out there and do it. It's not easy getting up. Some days you don't want to do it. Some days you want to just stay in bed. It's not easy. Some days you want to give up. Some days you want to cry. But I think when you have a gift, the world needs to see it. You might not know that you have that gift, but putting in time, somebody's going to see that gift. And it may be scary in the beginning. It may be frustrating. It may, be daunting, and you just don't know what to do. And you may be thinking, well, why am I doing this? There's nothing even coming out of it. I'm not getting paid. I'm not making money. I'm stressed out. There's nothing good coming. There's something. Time. Believe. There's something good will come. Just give yourself time and understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, but you can build something beautiful. Just give it time. And if you're building and somebody comes and knocks it down, just continue to build, because that's what people do. They get jealous. They get frustrated that you feel like you left them all alone because you're focusing on your dream. But that's okay, because sometimes selfishness, it's okay. It's okay to be selfish. My mom told me that a long time ago. It's sometimes it's okay to be selfish, because you got to think about yourself. And if you're not right, if you're not correct, how can you be right for someone else or be right for a job? And I think that's very important when you start to take time out for yourself, is understanding where you are in life is because of the time that you put in, that self-care. And if you hadn't put any self-care in, didn't put any time in on yourself, you're not going to be anywhere you want to be. You're going to be stuck in that same spot. That's not something I take lightly and saying that people are being stuck. That's one place I don't want to be. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stagnant. That's not who I am. That's not who I would be anymore. So at this moment, I implore everyone else who watches this to take the same example. At this moment, I'm going to start taking risks. I'm going to start doing things that it's going to start putting me on that platform. I want to be a radio personality. I'm going to be a radio personality. I want to be in radio. I want to do talk radio. I'm going to do talk radio. Um, and I'm going to say that every day. I'm going to say that every day to myself. Be the person that you want to be today. Start putting in that time right now, because no one else is going to do it for you, and no one else is going to see it. No one is going to see it if you're not doing it. You can't just talk about it and expect it to happen. Faith without works is dead. You have to put time in. Self-care, respect yourself, respect the talent that God is giving you, the gift that God is giving you, and put time in to perfect it. And I say perfect lightly because nothing is ever perfect. But put time in. Practice makes perfect. Put time in so you can see growth. From my first video until now, I see growth. I see my confidence has gone out the roof, and I still even have more growth to do. So I'm excited for what this year has for myself. I hope you're excited for what it has for you. I I believe, and if you be a blessing, you will be blessed. So please be a blessing to someone out there. Bless someone with words of encouragement, with a smile, with a pandemic, with a high five, with a nice text message, with an email, with a gift, whatever way you could be a blessing to someone. Be a blessing so you can be blessed, so you can see your life to prosper in a way that's conducive for the lifestyle that you want. Being stagnant and being left behind is not a good look, but working hard and letting time take its place and seeing your life's work grow, and you seeing the maturity in what you want to do. That's the thing that we want. We want to be able to grow and let people see that we've grown. And so when they see our gifts, it's like, okay, all right, I want him, I want her. It might not be perfect right now, but give it time, put in a little extra work, tweak here, tweak there. You are going to be the best version that you want to be. And that's all I'm saying. That's put in time, put in work, practice makes perfect. Be what you want to be right now, and everything else is going to work out. You're going to see that everything else is going to work out. Oh man, y'all know my mouth gets watery. So I want to leave you by saying what I just said. Put in time in your craft. Don't sit on it. Faith without works is dead. It's never going to come to fruition if you're just sitting there and talking about it. Put in the work so we can see. And that's what I'm doing. I'm only saying because that's what I'm doing, because I have a vision for myself, and I want you guys to be able to see my talents, my gift that God has given me as I perfect them each and every day. So I am going to try to do a show every day. I'm going to make it my goal, one of my goals every day, is to, if I don't even have a scripted topic to talk about, just to give you guys words of encouragement. That's what's most important to me. So when I leave you with, listen, faith without works is dead. So you'll never be able to get where you want to be if you don't put in the work. All right, guys, thank you for listening to another episode of Black Nutrition for Your Soul. Always remember to be unapologetically Black. You can also find me on Instagram, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, Facebook, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, Twitter, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. That's BLK, not BLAK, BLK, Nutrition for Your Soul. Tell somebody about the podcast. We're up here just trying to change lives and make people be the best versions of themselves. Love you guys. Black nutrition for your soul. And always remember to be unapologetically Black. I can't say it enough. Thank you.